Hiya, this is Maya from Ninja Pools. Well, as you probably noticed, update 36 did not go well. It was super buggy, we got loads of new game crashes, especially in the new zone, block not working properly, logs not working at all. The list of bugs was crazy long, and Zos have been scrambling to work their way down the list, like a dad, doing his Christmas shopping at the last minute. I don't think I've ever seen so many dev updates in such a short space of time, and today was the first incremental patch which should, hopefully, squash a lot of these bugs. Stay tuned, I'm going to go over all of this now so you guys know exactly what's been fixed and what hasn't. Start with the crashes. Like I said, there's a long list of things that crashed the game in Firesong. Some of them were fixed last week, and the remaining ones should be fixed today. Perhaps the biggest news here is that it will be safe to use logs again, and the highly anticipated hide followers in towns feature should actually be safe to use now. Just a heads up that this doesn't completely hide pets in towns as advertised, but only near crafting stations and drop-off locations for crafting writs. I was disappointed by that, and I don't know why it was changed, or not properly explained. Maybe hiding followers throughout the whole town would, I don't know, cause crashes? Because we all know that no developer would ever release a feature that crashed their own game. I mean, that would be crazy! Speaking of which, if you do get crashes after today's patch, take a moment and send in a report. It doesn't take long, and it probably helps the devs get to work on these things faster. Sadly, there is no fix for the block bug yet. That's really frustrating, but it's also fair to say that some people have exaggerated the impact of this, saying tanking was impossible in update 36 and the game was unplayable. That's just not accurate. I did plenty of tanking in the last couple of weeks, and it was mostly fine. But it did make things more difficult, and now and then, you'd get clapped because of this bug. I saw this happening even to really experienced tanks. So it is a big deal, and hopefully, it's right at the top of their priority list. It's crazy to me that bugs of this magnitude make it onto the live server at all, let alone that we have to live with them for weeks and weeks. Gina did announce that they have found an internal fix, but it will not be implemented today, and we don't have a date yet. If you're not aware of this problem, several actions, like a dodge roll, now cause your character to stop blocking. And sometimes you don't even realize until suddenly your character is dead. There's a great video by Hyper which explains it in more detail. I've linked it in the description. The budding seeds bug has also been fixed. The final tick of this healing AoE was actually increasing based on the number of targets inside it. Most people probably didn't know this, but you may have noticed a weird green glow around your character in content. That was the visual effect presumably getting multiplied, just like the heal itself. And it was actually kind of annoying, not great for visibility. Another thing they fixed today is guild permissions, which can now be modified again. Most players probably didn't even know about this one, but pretty frustrating for any guild officers trying to make changes to ranks or permissions. Those are the big ones. Smaller fixes include bankers in Vastir not working, a bunch of quests in the new zone, and the weird bug where petting a cow would drop meat, leather, or guts. That shit was disturbing. Speaking of pets, Rich Lambert announced that everyone will be eligible for a free pet in the Crown Store, as an apology for the mess of the last 2 weeks. A lot of people made fun of this, and it is a pretty empty gesture. We're all much more interested in them getting their act together and making sure this kind of thing stops happening. Most launches go better than this, but it does seem like Zos are too relaxed about quality control and overly tolerant of mistakes. But I do want to give Zos a bit of credit for their communication with the players through this episode. It's embarrassing when shit like this happens, and the typical institutional knee-jerk responses to clam shut and say nothing, admit nothing, and just try to get past it. They didn't do that this time. Like I said, I've never seen such rapid-fire communication from Gina and the other community managers, giving us lists of the fixes they're working on, when they'll happen, and what we can do to limit crashes in the meantime. I've said in the past that I wanted more timely and quality communication from the devs about the state of the game. And it looks like we finally got it. I really appreciated being able to read regular updates and to be able to reassure my guildmates when we were raiding together and something went wrong. Oh yeah, Gina posted about this. There's a fix coming next Monday. Don't get me wrong, this is exactly what they should have been doing all along. But better late than never. Let's just hope it's the norm from now on. Or even better, let's hope for a future which is free of bugs and crashes. Wouldn't that be something? We can always dream. Meanwhile, keep up the communications os and please get that blog bug fixed soon. All the healers out there are gonna need therapy after weeks of watching our tank's health bars yo-yoing up and down. That's all from me. I hope it was informative. I'm streaming pretty regularly on Twitch these days, doing trifectas, questing, lore runs, and being silly. So come and join me. See you later. Have a nice day.